Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes, the sexy and the not so sexy, big children and little. I am the novelist, author, poet, Lamont Anthony Wright, aka Graffiti Blue. This is an experiment. I rarely go live on here, so I figured I would because I'm a busy man lately, so I don't necessarily have to have a lot of time to video blog and then put those thoughts, edit those thoughts, and then put them into a video form and then put them out to you. I figured we cut the middleman. Let me go right direct to you. And let me just talk to you from time to time. Maybe no one fucks with it at all. Maybe cats are so not used to me doing it that they don't get they don't get excited if they see me on the notification or whatever. Or maybe this message will get to that one person that really needs to hear it. Okay, so this is called Jack of all trades, master of none, and this is a cautionary tale to my creatives out there, right? I got a good friend of mine who said to me today, it was just like, well, how do you do all of the things you do? How do you do like rap and poetry and novel writing and podcasting and yada, yada, yada? How do you do that? Aren't you afraid of the jack of all trades, master of none thing? My answer is yes. But the disclaimer is yes, but at one time. So this is a cautionary tale to creatives out there, because most creatives can create more than one thing. And whether you should or should not create more than one thing, or just stick to and just fuck with one and follow that one thing and just really get good at that one thing, instead of being average, is the thinking. Average at all of these many things is a general rule of thumb. I actually agree with this to a point. It really depends on who you are and what you love. At the end of the day, do what you love to do. So if you love to create many things, you may want to find focus in that, but I just wouldn't just stop creating all of these other things that I'm creating and then just focus on one thing if I really loved more than one thing. That's me. Also, how I kind of get around the reality of it. And the reality of it is, yes, if you do too many things, you're going to be average at too many things and really not master one master of anything. But, you know, you could budget your time, you could do that. So in my particular case, words are typically words. So a poem to me is not amazingly different than writing a hip hop song. Writing a hip hop song to me is not amazingly different from writing a novel. That being said, they are all very different bags, amazingly different. There's some things that I have to consider doing one modality that I don't even have to think about on the other, and vice versa. Okay, so with that being said, how I get around that is when I'm in album mode, I just stay there. I might write an idea down for a novel if it comes to me, or an idea down for a good poem title or something like that. But typically I stick to the script until I finish the album. To be a badass as a rapper, I need to not only be writing all the time, raps, I need to be freestyling all the time. I need to be rapping all the time. I need to be making up new lyrics and listening to the lyrics I recorded to see how they can be better. This way, when it comes time to release the album, I was an MC and nothing else. I didn't mean I quit all of my other shit, but I was in that fucking bag. And when I'm free of that and that album is done or whatever, finished, this promo run and all of that stuff, shows or whatever, then it's time to maybe get into novel mode. And in novel mode, you got to kind of be in the room. You got to be inside the room. So when I look through the eyes of these characters, I need to see the other characters, what their reactions are like, what their emotions are like. I need to feel everything in that room. That is a totally different bag. Okay. Now, although you can write it rhythmically like a song, you can write the scene song-ish, although you can write the dialogue poetically like a poem, poetic, whatever, it's still a very, very fucking different bag. And when I write a novel, I typically don't write anything else. I keep it there until the novel is done. And the same thing with poems. Let's say I'm writing poems for a feature. I gotta stay there. Now they bleed over into each other. The storytelling definitely bleeds over into the other two. The writing poetically, the poetry definitely bleeds over into the other two. And the rhythmic rhyming words definitely bleed into the other two, especially some cadences too. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. So to summarize, you can be a jack of all trades and a master of none, but you can be a badass too at quite a many things. That's all I wanted to say. Subscribe, like, comment, share.